All right, for supper tonight, we're having pork chops. Yum! Well, I'm gonna get the camera set up, and we're gonna cook these babies. All right. It's time to get some spices on these things. Let's see. I'm gonna put a little bit of this stuff. Oh my goodness, it smells good already. Put it over here. A little bit of this stuff. No, I'm not going to tell you what it is. And then it's going to sit for a little while. And while it's doing that, I'm going to start heating up my greased pan. Now this is an original. I don't know if you can see that, but it's original George Foreman fry pan. Ooh. We'll get that warmed up. And once that's up to temperature, we're going to go ahead and throw these porkies on it. These porkies. Yum. Got the porkies on. Now I gotta spice the other side now. I'm going to use, I might as well tell y'all, this chicken spices work really well. I use some kicking chicken. Not a lot, just to give a little bit of a sting. Chicken spices work on pork and chicken. And then I use a little bit of Montreal chicken on top of that. Now on this side, I also use some rub sage. That just adds a little bit of extra yummy. Not a lot, just sprinkle a little bit on it. You want spices to complement one to other. And not overpower one another. In the meantime, my wife put some noodles on. And since she's not the most patient cook, she puts the noodles in the water, puts the water on the stove, and then boils it. Just gotta make sure to stir it so they don't stick. Alright. And like a big dummy, I forgot my wrist brace, so I'm gonna go get that and keep cooking. Here's them there pork chops. They're starting to sizzle. Now here's something I do. When I cook something like this that needs to be flipped, I put it on one side of my pan. That way, I can just flip it over to this side. Now, you can probably tell the pan is oiled. So they're going to be cooked in oil. Oh, it's going to be so good. I wish y'all could smell this. Now, since this guy was thinner, he got flipped first. And now on this side, Remember I put rub sage on the other side along with the other spices? On this side, I'm going to use Italian spices. That gives you a wonderful taste sensation. Not too much now, yeah. Okay, so how do I know when it's time to flip them? I don't know if you can see this. Let's see if I get the light just right. But when it gets all sweaty on top like that means all the juices are up on that end, and it's time to flip them. So I'm going to set this thing down and go ahead and flip them. And of course, after these flip, he gets his Italian spices too. Alright, now there's something else I'm doing over here. I do it for my wife. Let me show you real quick.
Hard crusty bits for me?
Yep. You heard her, hard crusty bits. When the juices drip out of the porkies, I take them and I cook them in the oil off on the side of the pan. And they pick up the spices and they're like little crunchy, crispy bits. Right down there in the corner. Flip them over, turn them around, and that's a special treat just for my wife. She's over here having her special treat. She cooked herself some cheesy noodles. Yummy, yummy. I don't know if you can see that, but we got juices on top of that one, and he's ready to go. The other guy, like I said, he's thicker, so he's going to take, oops, get my finger out of the way. He's going to take another minute or two. So I'm going to go ahead and take that one guy off of there and plop him on a plate. 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 Fork. Pork chop on plate. Let's see where am I there. Give this other guy a minute or two. And he'll be ready to join his buddy. Alright, they're all ready. And those little crispy bits, those is for my wife. And that's her porky there, so she knows which one's hers. And of course I got this guy over here. And yes, we're gonna have beer. Now since I'm pathetic and gimpy, my wife has to cut my meat for me so that I can eat it. Isn't she wonderful? I was cooking them porkies. There's my wife with her porky. My wife was fixing the Brussels sprouts. What's that, like a butter, garlic butter?
Yeah, I think I overdid it on the garlic butter sauce.
That's okay. That means you made it just right. And of course, you got to have a beer to go with it.
Yeah. I'd love to deliver your beer if you're ready.
And we got some cheesy noodles. Well, I'm going to shut this thing off and I'm going to sit down and eat.
Oh man, this is heaven.